Right then, let's see. I'm gonna have to do some comments. So yes, guys, good evening. Welcome to Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs. Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening. Welcome in to a bit of a different live video this evening. I hope everyone is well. I'm just going to wait for people to join, as well as our guest to be involved in the live video. But you may see, or you may notice, I'm back in Vlog HQ just for the time being. But hopefully we can request our guest for this evening come on for tonight. But we have not only just one guest, but we have two. We have Patrick and Aimee Watts joining us this evening for a live video. And speaking of the devil, here he is.
Hey.
Good evening, Patrick. How are you?
Oh, fucking knackered.
Don't blame me, mate. Don't blame.
My nephew came round and he's got a split boot.
Oh no.
On his Nissan Leaf.
Okay. There you
go. And there's Amy.
There you go.
He's got a split boot, and so I'm up to my neck in fucking grease. Anybody there know how to get a half shaft out of a Nissan Leaf?
Oh, they're a bit of a bugger to repair, aren't they?
I mean, you shouldn't be advertising that you have one of those, Patrick.
It's not mine. It's my nephew's.
Oh,
Well,
anyhow,
look.
Right, turn it around to a bit more.
Let's just turn this round.
Oh God, hang on, sorry, it's like.
It's all right.
No, need a little stand and everything.
We made a stand.
If we're side on. Sorry, everyone.
It's got a little stand on the back of it.
Quite nice, it's cool.
Oh, it's going to get my toast.
Oh. Hi, sorry.
Hey, it's all right. No,
Do you want us to go this way?
You're all good. Don't worry.
Okay.
Got plenty of time.
We're not on yet.
You're still here, but it doesn't matter whether you side on or not, because I stupidly broke my selfie stick holder from my tripod a few weeks ago. So it's like I've got to leave my phone up somehow. So, you know.
I feel we can do better than this. Okay, you guys chat.
Yeah.
Just having a bit of toast.
I don't blame you. I've got to have some light refreshment, shall we say?
Are we the right way round? You're sideways and I'm vertical.
Yeah, I'm the right way. You're just sort of hanging sideways like this, but
right.
Oh, in that case, you go upright.
Okay, Patrick.
How's that?
I don't want to sit and see you eat.
that's much better. That's better.
I'm sorry.
So, Andy,
It is, yes, it is.
I like the t-shirt.
Yeah, I thought you'd like
With
it.
my car.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where did you get that?
I got it from eBay, believe it or not.
Was someone clearing out their garage and throwing out the old shit they didn't want?
I like it. I must look it up.
Yeah.
I don't think the guy does it no more, but if I find it, I'll let you know.
It's exclusive. So we're here tonight with Amy.
Hello.
Yeah.
And I want Amy here because she is the up and coming Watts. I'm the has-been Watts. And I'm getting a lot of fun supporting her racing.
Yeah.
Teaching her. And she's learning very quickly. Insofar as sometimes she wants me to test the car.
Okay.
I don't want to risk being slower than her.
You're trying to reveal your true colours here, Patrick, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to reveal your true colours about your racing, mate. We want to know about a bit about you both racing, really. And I want to know about more of this, really, is what I want to know.
Oh, the Pershing you're talking about.
Yeah. I want to know about, because I went to touring cars in 1999, so I never got to see the car race. So I really want to know a bit, because it was my favourite Super Tourer, believe it or not.
You would have seen that car race in Australia in 1999.
Okay. Yeah.
I raced it because Peugeot were looking for excuses, so they got rid of me in end of '97.
Okay.
They got rid of the engine builder, who was the best engine builder, Richard Longman. No, still didn't work. They got rid of me and swapped me for Paul Radisich. That definitely didn't work. And then they cried enough. And Peugeot Australia took on the cars and then employed me to go to Australia to do the first 4 rounds of the championship.
Okay.
I won one of the races and came second in the other and put it on pole position and actually proved the car was good against people like Jim Richards and
Oh yeah.
you know, some
Yeah.
good drivers there. The Works Volvos were there, Rydell's Volvo and the Audis and the BMWs, and that car sat around after I did the first 4 rounds, sat around in a warehouse in Australia until Super Touring was resurrected as a historic
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah. Cool.
That ages me, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not
And
talking about your age, mate.
and then I bought the cars from Peugeot Australia and brought them back here.
Okay.
One disappeared off back to New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's since come back and will be at Brands Hatch at the end of June.
Wow.
I'm sitting in my workshop alongside the Nissan Leaf at the moment, and it's got waiting for the engine. So it won't be out at Brands Hatch, but next year it'll be out.
How many years have you been waiting for the engine?
We've been waiting about 3 or 4, 5, 6 years for the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have had MX-5s to build and rebuild. We've had
excuses.
Citroen C1s to build and rebuild.
That was a choice. Yeah, no, you
Well,
haven't been lazy.
it's interesting, Patrick, because believe it or not, okay, I followed Super Touring in '99 was when I first went, and it's my 25th anniversary of following British touring cars this year. But you've raced the Mazda as well.
Yeah.
What was all that? What was all that about? Because that's another car that I'm interested to hear.
Well, first of all, the 323, and then the Casidos.
Yeah.
The 323 was very underpowered. The Casidos was potentially okay. It was a one-car, not very well-funded team from from Mazda UK. Had nothing to do with Mazda Japan. If it had, it would have had a bit more money thrown at it. But no, I had a few podiums with that and had a pole position. Yeah, it just, again, it didn't have the money that went into the development of the other cars in that era. So it was a shame. And from Mazda, I went to Peugeot.
Yeah.
And then Matt Neal and David Leslie took over the Mazda, but not very successfully.
No.
And Matt Neal ended up with a big crash.
Didn't he? At Silverstone in '94, didn't he? If I remember rightly.
And that was the end of Mazda in the British Touring Car Championship, unfortunately. Yeah. But no, that's fondly remembered. Built by Roger Dowson. Sounded lovely with the V6. Same V6 as in the Mondeo.
Okay.
Probably less developed.
Yeah.
Aimee remembers the Peugeot, don't you, Aimee?
Vaguely. I mean, I was born in '94.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I meant to start lying about my age around now, actually. I was born in '97, and no, so I saw the very, very tail end of it. I remember, I've got like flashes of memories. I remember Australia, but I remember the car, obviously, but I don't know how much of that is seeing pictures afterwards, and because there's a lot of shirts on and stuff. But no, I definitely remember it. There's like,
you remember Australia, don't you? Coming when I was up on the podium,
yeah,
and you sneaked over the barrier between everybody.
I know.
And you were only about 2 foot high at that stage, and you got up on the podium with me.
Well, the guy on the gate thought my mum was just some crazy like woman trying to throw her knickers at him or something. he was twice. And I remember her, like, trying to pass me over, and he was like, yeah, all right, sure. She's like, I'm his wife. She's like, okay, fine. And he was so, like, not having any of it, just thinking she's this, like, lunatic groupie. And then, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but...
Still is.
I know, she even started racing to impress him, didn't she? Hill climbing. But,
no good.
But no, I have memories of it. Like, motorsport is, like, the beginning years of my life. My biggest, like, my memories are under tables and hospitality, like sleeping on people's jackets and stuff, and just around the track.
Yeah.
It would be weird not to have it in our lives at all. Like, you wouldn't be allowed to stop racing if I hadn't started racing.
No.
100%.
But you wish you'd started earlier.
Oh God, yeah.
Because you're knocking on 26 now.
Yeah, approximately 22.
23.
Yeah.
I like how you're trying to lie about your ages and try not to reveal true colours here. This
Yeah.
it's like I'm 35 this year. I don't look it.
That's the problem. Men. I had this conversation with someone. Men go into their prime in their 30s, whereas we just, like, go to seed, and it's sort of the trajectory goes, like, in opposite directions. So
There seems
enjoy
to be,
your 30s.
yeah, there seems to be a lot of ageism in motorsport until people like Fernando Alonso sort of like,
Yeah.
how old is he? Is he 40?
He's
40
yeah,
summer, isn't he?
I stayed 39
I feel like he's like
for a long time.
40s. Yeah.
Because all these young drivers were coming into it, and I thought, I'll better stay 39.
He's doing well for what he's doing, though, isn't he? To be fair.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember him from when I was a kid. You know, he was famous and winning when I was.
He was old then.
Yeah, which was obviously not that long ago, but it does show that he's never not been in F1.
Yeah.
Mm. But no, I think he's like broken a lot of.
A long way to stay there.
For sure. And the average age of, like, what, 16 as a F1 driver, roughly? 5?
Something around there, isn't it? Because they had Ollie Berman, didn't they, for one round, didn't they? So
What?
he's like 16, 17, something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know how old he is, but, you know, it's crazy.
Exactly.
It proves how, I don't know, I think it proves how easy they are to drive.
Probably. I don't know. I've never driven an F1 car.
If you're fit and can drive a go-kart, I think you're fine. You can just jump in a Formula One car.
Yeah.
The guy didn't. Yeah, he was brilliant. Ollie was. He was brilliant.
I feel like it's a different thing. Like, if you look at, like, saloon car racing or even club racing, where's the skill? Is it if you've got, like, a low-powered car?
Yeah.
That doesn't handle particularly well, then the skill is handling and racecraft, because if you've got low power and you're all in the same power, you can only rely on your own sort of thinking ahead. There'll be other series, you know, like, for example, maybe in F1, I can't say I've driven one myself yet, but maybe it's like a speed thing. So that's the challenge. It's the scary bit is the speed, the fastness is the reaction. So maybe they are slightly point and shoot cars. I had, like, a test drive in a Radical for about 3 minutes, so I can't really say no. But that, in a lot of ways, felt easier because there was no fighting, not fighting the car. Like, how would you describe? I don't want to make it sound like a bad thing, but trying to, like, drive a Mazda or something.
I think with a pure racing car,
It takes effort.
You go to the pits and say, look, it's understeering.
Yeah.
And they tweak the wing or they tweak the roll bars and it goes out. It doesn't understeer anymore. And they say, and they look at the data and they say, oh yeah, but in the end, the car is made easy to drive because it's a pure racing car. The engine's in the right place. Everything's made to go fast.
Work.
When you're driving a saloon car, it was never designed to be a race car in the first place.
Or a Citroen C1.
Or a Citroen.
My brother owns a Citroen C1 road car, so, you know, I know exactly how they feel. It's like driving a go-kart, I bet.
Crony curves in a Citroen C1 is, like, scary. But
Crony curves.
Yeah, I would say that's it, because it feels like it's going to roll mid, like, you're not even going around a corner. Anyway.
The point is, these cars weren't designed to be race cars.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you can't tweak a wing. You can't tweak an anti-roll bar and make a difference. You have to put up with how it was designed by the manufacturer to be a shopping car in the first place, or a local nurse or something. That's what they were designed for. So you've got to then put a lot of effort into the car. You've got to transfer weight more. You've got to induce oversteer. You've got to induce understeer. You've got to transfer weight before you can hit this. You know, you can't go back to the engineer and say, look, change the brake balance, change the roll center, change the spring rate. You're not allowed to.
Right.
Therefore, just to drive around these problems, you have to drive around the problems. You will see when you're watching in-car Formula One, they come to a corner, they go around, they steer around, and they go away. If you watch a Mazda or a saloon car, you're fighting the wheel the whole time. You watch in-car of someone like Nick Swift, which is on YouTube, taking a Mini around Goodwood. You know, you're correcting the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't just go to the corner and go down to the next corner, turn again. You're correcting all the time. It's a different style of driving is required.
But that's what I mean.
And I think any Formula One driver would be good in a saloon car.
It's a different skill. I mean, being able to make that judgment, because equally, they might have one turn into corner, but having that judgment call to make that exact at that speed, like you can't correct it halfway through because through the corner you're in the wall if you haven't got that judgment right. And I think that's why it's so suited to young people, because young men have better reactions than someone like Fernando Alonso, or so they would have thought. But I think that's the skill in it. It's not the cars do the driving; they have to do something else.
Yeah.
But it's not nearly as fun to watch, is it?
No, not from the sidelines, because the cars don't look like they're moving about. They just go around the corner.
But
Spectacularly fun.
they're so far away from each other as well. I mean, like, there's a great video of a Mazda race where they're so close. The driver, one driver is out, just like tucks the other guy's wing mirror in, and which is not what you normally do. But like, you're side by side. There's so much battling going on. Like, we watched a Mark 1 race.
Yeah.
Then Mark 1 races, it was honestly everybody was on, like, standing up as they came around we're at Snetterton down the main straight. Everyone ran over to that side of the hill to see the battle. Then it was like seven cars within 0.2 of each other maximum, and like
any one of them could have won.
Really?
It was one of the best races I've ever seen, and that's Mazda MX-5s. But the best driver came out on top. I remember when Alonso went to do Le Mans. He wanted to win his one Grand Prix, his one championships. He wanted to win at Indianapolis, and he also wants to win Le Mans. So he went to Le Mans, and he got in a car. Who did he drive for? Was it Porsche or
I can't
Toyota?
remember top of my head.
But nevertheless, he was in one of 6 cars that could have won that race. All the rest were LMP2s and whatever.
Yeah.
So either were going to be an Audi, a Porsche, or a Toyota. I'm probably missing one as well. But it was. If you're in the right team, you'll have a probability of 1 in 6 chance of winning. That weekend, we were doing a 24-hour race in a Citroen C1.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that on YouTube. It's mad.
at Silverstone, on the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, 24-hour race. And I think on that occasion, there were only about 60 or 70 cars. But that's 60 or 70 identical cars. So all of a sudden, the probability of winning is 10 times worse than Alonso.
Yeah.
When I did it with Simon Harrison, my old teammate in touring cars, and he asked me to drive his Citroen C1. I said, "What's the C1?" He said, "Oh, it's just." I looked it up. I said, "Oh, this looks like a bit of fun." So I went there. We actually led the race until the very last lap, and there were 99 cars on the grid.
Mad.
So would Alonso have won that race? I think he stood more of a chance of winning Le Mans
than he would
winning one 24-hour race at Silverstone. Not that he doesn't know Silverstone well, so there's no excuses there. So would he have won?
Well, we had Nick Tandy. I did a KA race, and like Nick Tandy, okay, we actually came ahead of him because Will fell off in the last lap.
His
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
Literally. But prior to that, he wasn't leading. He was a couple of places ahead of us, and we were sort of, I think, 13th. We finished out of a grid of about 40, 45, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it goes to show that there's some amazing talent out there, and it's just, if you happen to be talented and get into F1, great. But there's so much talent in club sport and stuff that you just would never get further.
No.
But
Well, that's motor racing, isn't it?
I suppose like the higher up,
You don't go
the
up
talent
because you're good. You go up because you've got
money and connections.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, that Citroen race that Patrick's talking about is so I went down to watch that, and that's what like got me into racing, really, because I did.
You came along and you supported us.
Oh, I did, and it was brilliant. I
We
saw
took the motorhome up there.
3 grown men cry when they lost one place on the last like lap or whatever it was. But I have no judgment. I cried too. I think everyone would have understood that. But
we lost the lead on the last lap. Last lap.
literally.
We went last lap with a 7-second lead, and we ended lap 7 seconds behind the guy that won. It started to cough and splutter, running out of fuel.
Oh no!
16 hours. I mean, it was literally heart wrenching.
we yeah.
But no, that's what got me into it. Because I thought motorsport was this, if you want to race, you have to buy a car, commit to it, a lot of prior commitment, basically. And I think a lot of people think that. And then we went to the Citroen race, and I heard for the first time about arrive and drive, where you could just turn up, and especially in something like an endurance race, you splitting the drive between 3 or 4 other drivers, and you turn up, you buy a seat in a car, and you do your stint, you get great seat time.
Arrive and pay and drive.
Arrive and pay and drive. No, pay, arrive and drive. But, and I thought, okay, that'll be quite fun to, do 1 or 2 races with that. It's no cost. It's not like crashing the Mini where you have to get it like resprayed, this historic car. It's a Citroen. You can go down to Breaker's Yard and there'll definitely be a Citroen.
Yeah, there'll be some bits there, won't there? Yeah.
But
I think about 3 of ours has gone to the Breaker's Yard.
We have kept the supply going, but
recycled.
But it's such an awesome way for people to get into racing. So you can do literally 1 weekend if you want. And it brings a really cool crowd and a real mix of talents, because it's like Citroen C1s, they limit it, so everyone's got the same car. They keep it cheap, so everyone can afford the best. So equal, but it also means that loads of people could afford to do it. So you get this really, really good race of unexpected characters, and people laugh when you say you're racing a Citroen C1, but until you've seen it,
Yeah. Like I say, I kind of laugh at it. My brother owns the road car going, and I always say to him, "Are you sure you're not tempted just to take it for a lap round the circuit?"
Yeah.
And he's like, no, because my insurance premium doesn't allow me. And he showed me his insurance certificate, and it said, "Do not take this round the Nordschleife." I was like, "What?"
I mean, don't go around Brands Hatch if your insurance company is insisting you have one of those magic boxes.
Oh yeah. If you have one of them, what is it? The black box where it takes all your data. Yeah. I know a couple of lads that I went to college with. When they passed their test, I was the oldest one. Well, one of the oldest ones on the course, and they were like, "Oh, but we've ended up getting a black box because my mum and dad don't want me to go and break the speed limit or anything." I was like, "Well, there you go. That tells you why. Then you're not the next Lewis Hamilton or whoever you are." No,
there are ways of disconnecting them. So, Andy, have you raced?
No, I don't race. I spectate for fun.
Yeah.
I do it from the behind the fence, just for watching the racing to enjoy it. But
you've never fancied taking a car around the track?
No.
Never.
And what car have you got? What car do you drive on the road?
I don't own a car at the moment. I've passed my test, but I don't own a car.
Oh my goodness, that's exciting.
Well, that's saving you some money.
Yeah.
It's saving me money, and it's keeping the other half happy as well. So I'm not going out hanging about with my mates in Tesco car park or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She got a car.
No, she hasn't got a car either.
You guys live in a town or a city? Can you walk places?
We're in walking distance because we live in Kendal, which is a small town, so it's easy to get places anyway.
Okay. Oh,
so it's not easy if I want to go to the likes of Croft or Snetterton, though.
I mean, yeah, no, fair one. That, but it's not an easy journey for most people. That it's
No, it's not. I'm one of these. I'm one of these that are very hardcore. That I'll go to Snetterton for the weekend of British touring cars, and I'll take the train down for the weekend.
Fair enough. Do it.
So, and I'm doing it in the next few weeks anyway.
Yeah, what are those zip cars? What are they?
Get this and Leaf with 3 wheels.
Yeah, half of that. Get one of those Leaf cars. That's, you know, when you see you kind of. I was driving out of London, and a zip car is that for people who don't own cars and they can just like rent a car for a day. It's like you turn up on the street, and you can always tell because they come out of London kind of confident and get onto the open road, and it's like there's always vibes.
Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, look, we're behind a zip car, Londoner, like.
Yeah, it's the second time they've driven since they got the license 10 years earlier.
They've got about 25, but you know, you should do that. No, Sefton's a good track. So have you been? So you haven't been to Snare, you haven't been to Croft.
Yeah, I've been to Croft, been to Alton Park, been to Brands Hatch, Donington, Fruxton, and I've not done Silverstone or Knockhill yet. They're the only 2 out of the British touring car calendar I need to do.
You've not done Silverstone?
No.
That's the one. Although I reckon actually no. What's your favourite track to watch from?
It varies. It depends. I'd say Snetterton 300.
Yeah, up on the back.
Yeah.
You've got obviously the Bentley Straight, then you got obviously the Essies, you got the Bomb Hole, but then like if you stand around like Agostini and places like that, you can see them going out of pit lane through Riches, and then part of that. I don't really mind where it is, but then I had a thrill of a lifetime a few years ago. Obviously, during COVID period, yeah, okay. People might look at it and think, well, you're in a pandemic, but safety precautions were in place. I went round Alton Park in a Palmer Jaguar. The vlog's on YouTube. If you ever get a chance, check it out. And I remember saying to myself, because I just turned 31 that year, and I had it as a present as my 30th birthday from my family and the other half. And I remember saying to myself, for years on end, I've spectated, I've raced virtually, and it's like, wow, to go round it in real life, it's like, holy moly, what am I doing?
Amazing.
So,
everything you hope for.
Yeah, it's just mad. You know, hats off to you guys that have raced, you know, real life. But for me to go in as a passenger, it's a different kettle of fish. But I love it because
we're the worst part. So we've only ever actually been in each other's car for 2 laps since I started racing.
Yeah.
Like 2 laps.
I'm a terrible passenger. I just love to have a steering wheel in front of me, and I'm totally at home with the steering wheel in front of me. Sitting there alongside anybody, not just you, Aimee. No.
It's like hell, honestly.
Well, you gave me 2 or 3 laps round. No, it's 2 laps, wasn't it, really?
It's 2 laps.
And then I said,
enough.
Then coming into Russell, I said, that's it, into the pits. And you obeyed.
I know, because I hate it. I feel sick if I'm a passenger. You know,
really?
If my mum goes above 40, it doesn't matter if we're on the motorway. I will be in the seat like a cat, like brace on every surface. You slow down, you hooligan. It's a feeling.
I'll be honest. When I passed my driving test, I don't remember how long I passed my driving test. I passed on the 3rd attempt, and it was the first ever time I managed to drive a manual. And when I was doing my driving test, I was thinking, you know what, this is easy. But at first, I was like, no, it isn't. Stop putting yourself down. You know, you're not going to do it. But then, this is because I've got a mild form of autism. So if I sound a bit stuttery, I sound a bit nervous, just bear with. But
the internet, it's fine.
It's kind of like, what's going on? But then I really love it because it's the adrenaline. It kicks in, and I don't mock anyone. You know, I look at Nick Hamilton when he's got cerebral palsy and he gets into a race car. Why are people mocking him? Sorry to, rant about it, but people shouldn't. You know, look at the brighter picture. You know.
Did you hear Nick's interview on, I think it was Radio 4 or Radio 2 the other day?
Not aware of it. No.
If there's anybody out there listening, look up Nick Hamilton's interview. He is such a nice guy.
Oh, he
Speaks so well. Totally justified what he's doing. He's got his cerebral palsy, and despite that, he gets on and does what he does. And yeah, brave guy, but he just came across so well.
It
Came across.
just annoys me when people rip into him and
Right
like
guy.
give him hassle.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't get it. It really upsets me because, you know, if anyone's got a disability, you know, they're more than welcome to be on the grid anywhere they want to be. If they've got funding, so be it. You know.
I think people disconnect as well. I used to be a carer and I had some, you know, looked after people that were spinal.
Came from me.
I do look after you just about. We look after each other. It's fine. No, and there's you know things like congenital sort of spinal problems and stuff like that can affect the way people speak and stuff.
Of course.
Until you know that person and realize it's the whole language. I do understand how some people have a disconnect. They don't understand what they're laughing at or what they're talking about. So when they throw, they don't actually understand the impact. And I guess it's an ignorance and lack of experience on their part. But I've never heard anyone talk about Nikki in a bad way at all. It's only positive.
I think half the time I've seen it on like touring car groups or. There's probably a couple of questions.
How?
Can't read them from here.
I'll try my best and catch up what people are, you know. I think people asking what car or any championship you'd like to race in.
Oh, Tony Murray. It says, good evening, Amy and Patrick. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony. Is that Tone?
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Tone.
Tony is my sticker man, Tony Murray.
Yeah.
And he sells 3M clothing and stuff like that. And he sorts out all my livery on Amy's car and everything else. So I was trying to get hold of him this afternoon, Tony, because I need some Jolly's Ginger Beer stickers for the Sunbeam Tiger that I'm rallying starting next week in China and driving from Peking to Paris in it.
Wow.
We're having Jolly's drinks on it. Last minute sort of sponsor that's backing us and bit of ginger beer for the Gobi Desert in case we can't find any watering holes. So I'll talk to you about that later, Tony. But anybody listening, if they can follow Pam _ Patrick _ Peking #2 Paris Instagram, then follow me as I do a 9,000 mile rally, 9,000 miles from Eastern China all the way to Paris. Then I guess I've got to drive it back home afterwards. So it's really to Paris and then back to London. He's quite exciting.
It'll be exciting because it's not just him. You're forgetting Pam, his wife, my mum.
My navigator.
His wife. Pam is his navigator. So they have. If anyone knows what a tulip map is, I had never heard of a tulip map before this.
No, fine. So you might try to take me here.
Right, so it's not like a normal person map where you get road names and helpful directions. This map tells you where to go relative to your starting position. So drive 2.75 miles and take the left. Drive 300 miles, take the right. Whatever. If you're off on one turn, your entire map is wrong for the rest of the journey. Yeah. So they are going through the desert, the Gobi Desert, wherever you're going. These very politically unstable climates, countries.
Gobi Desert.
With your lack of filter on this bloody map that will go wrong. They've been doing rallies, practice rallies within a 10-mile radius of our house. And have you not got lost on any of them so far?
No.
10-mile radius.
We've only done 3.
100% so far. But
we're going to learn from our mistakes. We've got 9,000 miles to learn from our mistakes.
Wow.
But I would say that I was looking on the map the other day, and an interesting fact is that after 2/3 of the rally and 5,000 miles, we'll be right alongside Gaza and Israel. And we've still got 1/3 of the rally to go when we get near to Israel.
Wow.
Well, we're going actually. It's Azerbaijan and then Georgia. then if Pam gives the wrong directions there, we are in fucking
Yeah. You still where you don't want to be, though.
we're in the Gaza Strip, the Golan Heights.
Sorry. Could you point us the right direction? Oh my God, that's Pam.
Yeah.
It's gonna be horrendous.
If we turn a little bit earlier, that we end up in Iran.
Yeah.
So I have to
If we
sell
don't
Pam as a
see you for
way.
weeks, we know where you've gone. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we'll be doing it. We're doing the Instagram. We'll be doing videos and YouTube and everything else.
I'll have a look into that when you're out and about.
And it can be tracked on the Hero Rally website because we got like these beeper inside that you can follow this little dot across the world as we. Well, you can see what we're doing. We can see what everybody else is doing. Hopefully, they'll be behind us.
It's not a race.
Fingers crossed.
You're not allowed to race. This is 100% of my family is going to be in this car that Patrick built and doesn't have any spares.
Is there a problem with that?
No, I trust you more than most people, but
Is that the bonus point that I built it?
yeah, it is. You're right. It's scary, but luckily they have Jordan beer.
It's a 400 brake horsepower stroke 302 in a Sunbeam Tiger that weighs 12 kg, and the chassis can't handle the power anyhow. So it might as well have been a little sort of Mazda VTEC in there.
I mean, you guys, I don't think your chassis is going to handle the power. You're so old. How are you going to?
How come
I mean, you're going to be like rattling by the time you get back. You're literally not going to. You'll be crumpled like messes.
I know.
I don't want to think about this. I literally don't want to think about it.
I know. I bought a back brace off Amazon yesterday. I'm worried about my back and the bumps. God,
you need to get like what are the piles cushions, the donuts to sit on. That will be
piles.
The script,
Might have piles by the end of it. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And you're leaving us, so we're going to have to go off on 2 races without him. So
2 races without him.
Fearless leader is of our team, so that's like me, another driver. So there's about 6 of us in the team, and we're going to be let loose with motorhomes and gazebos and
yeah.
to drive to bloody Wales.
I had the motorhome the trailer's clean for you.
Thank you.
I've built a spare engine for you or Wilbur, whoever blows one up first.
I like how you're having a bit of a family debate. What goes on where you both going? I like this.
Everything's a debate.
So, Aimee, just a question from my part. You were racing Colin Turkington a few weeks ago.
I was. Apparently, he says I take no prisoners.
Colin who?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not telling you, Patrick. He's a 4-time British touring car champion. That's who he is. Why are you champion btcc? Come on.
He's from Northern Ireland. He's all right, Colin.
He is.
I know.
He's a good guy, isn't he?
I have this habit of like doing accents just in general to friends, like, you know, if you get greetings, and I didn't. That's fine if they're not from that country. And I walked up to him in the pits, having never met this man prior to this weekend. Colin, love, how are you doing? Like,
you're doing all right, like
this full Northern Irish accent. Like, fade it out.
Well, if you end up doing a West Midlands accent, then you can copy my accent. You know.
I want to try, but I'm not going to. Yeah. But no, that was amazing. I mean, exactly. That's like a bit of tells you what club racing's, you know, about. I've been saying that you've got some great talent in these things, but yeah,
he got involved in that though. That's what I don't get.
To get his iron, he said he just to get his iron before his season starts.
It was very brave of him that, but he picked probably one of the most competitive championships in the UK, Mazda MX-5s. His car probably wasn't as good as the ones up front, which is why he struggled to get even in the top 10. I think he was just about in the top 10 on the last race he did. You were about half a second off him.
I was 2 places behind him.
Yeah, you're 2 places. Yeah, he finished 12th, so you finished 14th. Or no, is that when you finished 11th? But yeah, it was a good benchmark for everybody. Really.
Seems very good though, to be fair.
But it's very brave of him to do that. He hasn't got the best car. He's only in a rental car.
But he's a cool guy, and he's a really good driver as well. So I feel
he loved it. He enjoyed it, and it was
I can
having him there.
Imagine he was, because he gets himself in a 330 M3 now and again. You know. which I don't blame him, being a BMW BTCC driver. But
that's
you
okay
know,
though. Like that's a proper racer, I think, who just wants to go and race cars. Just not in it for for whatever the fun is, taking the funnest cars. As opposed to sort of being a bit choosy or sticking to their. I mean, how many other pro drivers jump into a club race just to get their eye in?
No, it's both of them. Didn't see any others there.
No. Fancy test days with hospitality is like kind of the usual vibe.
Didn't see Orlando. Didn't see Orlando Norris there.
No, I think you missed
Was he there? Was he there? No. I mean, you could have squeezed that between Grand Prix, I suppose.
Suppose he could have done. I mean, my pal Mr. Robottom could do exactly the same.
Huh?
My pal Mr. Dan Robottom could do the same when he's not racing his Napa ST. But
Yeah.
I think the more seat time you have, like Jake Hill, but like Jade Edwards she's always on track. Like she always races, and she seems to, she's really involved in the C1. She's
been in the C1s.
She's in the C1s.
Yeah.
I think she's quite, she really supports like grassroots racing and stuff. But Jake Hill's always.
It's a great shame she didn't get the budget for this year.
I know.
Very, very. I agree with you. It's like when I saw her on telly on Sunday.
It's like pitch black in here now.
When I saw Jay doing the coverage with Steve Ryder and that, I felt very weird seeing her just doing that, And
Yeah.
she should be on the grid, really. To be fair, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah. No, she needs. There is a difference between the cars at the front and the cars at the back. She wasn't far off the lap times.
No.
She just needed someone to give her a go, and I would have thought she'll be worth it. She's great for social media coverage.
Oh, she is. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I've got great hopes that Aimee will find it easier to get sponsorship to go up the ladder than a bloke. With diversity and all that.
Well, of course, mate. Of course, yeah. The thing is, I did a live video a few weeks ago about there should be more women in motorsport, and because I totally agree, we should be. I don't want to say women should have their own race category because they shouldn't. They should be on the same grid as the guys.
We have a lot though. I think it's numbers game. I don't think anyone should be given a free pass. I wouldn't want to put into a race or get a drive just because I'm a girl.
I agree. But what I was trying to do with my live video is say that you girls have a chance with the guys on the grid. Not because.
And definitely, I think you earn it though. And I think there's definitely. I mean, I've never ever met a man in motorsport who isn't pro female drivers, or
no.
ever. I've never experienced anyone who's looked down on me because I'm a girl.
Yeah, of course.
And I suppose it's the way you act as well. If you act like you're equal, just go in and just drive, and then it's fine. But I think a lot of women will come into motorsport. We've talked about this a lot. I think it's a numbers game, and we talked about talent pools.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
In areas of motorsport, and I think if you have 100,000 men, you'll get a few really, really, really good drivers. And I think if you have 100,000 women, you'll get as many really, really, really good drivers. But at the minute, we haven't had that many girls. Like, there's some really good drivers have come out, but not the quantity of men. I mean, I'm literally the only woman in my championship now.
Okay.
And there's 40? There's 40 men, and then me. There's just not enough girls in it to prove themselves. But like Abby Eaton won this championship a few years ago, and it is said to be arguably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, club championship.
But not everybody can be a race driver. Not everybody is talented to be a race driver. So yeah, it's numbers game as far as women are concerned. But are women? I know women are different. Don't get me on that. But women are different to men. But they have a different attitude as well. And so if you take the population of China, which is what, like 300 billion or something.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. And obviously quite a few of them do motorsport. The Chinese government would love a Chinese guy out there doing motorsport and being in Formula One. Are they doing particularly well in motorsport? Do Asians, are they the best drivers on motorways?
There is a huge,
definitely not.
There is a huge Asian culture. Like,
yeah, so maybe some people don't have the talent. Some races don't have the talent. Maybe females don't have the talent. Or maybe it's not the talent. Maybe it's the
he's stirring now. No,
maybe it's the
so,
lack of testosterone.
I think that's right. I think, but it's a different approach. And we've again talked about this. I'll really quickly skirt this, but I think this is the reason. Going back to evolution, to continue the species, a man could be reckless. It takes him seconds, let's be honest, Ben, to get a woman pregnant. So he can go shag all the cave women and then fuck off over the, into the alley, into the creek, and get eaten by a saber-toothed shark and die.
License.
And he's reckless and he's stupid, but he's passed on his gene to rush in, and that's fine. And he can have a flare of anger and go and like attack the animal that's attacking them and get killed, but it's fine because his line has continued. But the women had to be more careful because if they died, they're pregnant, the child they're pregnant with would die, their young children would die, and their line would be completely wiped out. So I think women evolved to look at situations more than men. So we found that with me and my teammate. Like he would get to the lap in testing at a new track. We'd be the same lap times, but he would get there quicker because he would barrel in and find the limit by working backwards, whereas I would build up to it. And particularly in the race, when I first started this series, it's the first time I've been in rear-wheel drive. Hey, Coda, my dog's saying hello. Hi, and I was finding I wasn't making moves into corners because I was thinking, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come up the inside, but what if I'm a metre over to the left? And I'm not quite familiar with the car yet, and I might take that guy out, that I'm the fucking woman who crashed, So I held back. But Wilbur that wouldn't even cross his mind. He'd be like, oh, Gap, go. Yeah. And
and have the crash.
Well, yeah, actually, so he actually seemed to finish further than me. He would get further up the grid, but he crashed more. So I actually ended up beating him in the championship by 2 places, even though he actually did 1 more race than me, because I had to miss around for a stupid fucking wedding, which was a great wedding, by the way, but also that was a championship round, so it was kind of... Anyway, Wilbur did that one, and he still came back, but that's because of a male aggression. So I think there is a difference between women. We look at all the possible outcomes of a scenario a lot more than men do.
But you've got better as your confidence.
As I trust myself, so I'm like, yes, that person could hit me, but I know that I can...
You know how to take it to the limit.
Yeah.
But
I trust
males take it past the limit and then work their way backwards, as you say.
Yeah.
But you'll always only take it to the limit and not over the top.
I have taken it over the top, but even like that, I'll do that on a corner that I know I can't hit something. So in testing, I'll make my mistakes where there can be minimal damage.
Yeah.
And
that's confidence, though.
But it's confidence. Yeah. But it's also when is it worth the risk? And I think that is the difference between men and women. Is that we've just evolved to just weigh up the options more. And for some people, I guess that will make
you're more likely to win championship than
the guy who crashes. He could finish first.
Yeah.
But when I get angry, men tend to get... We've found, generally speaking, when a boy gets angry, that's when they make the stupid mistakes. And when I get angry, my lap times tend to get faster because of that sense of self-preservation. Maybe he says,
I need to get you. I need to get you angry.
Yeah. He just that point go in.
Well, it's like me. If I get angry at home about like my race, because I do online racing quite a bit, and my other half's like, what are you getting angry for? I'm like, well, because I'm not going quicker. I'm not going how I want to go. She's like, it's just a game. I'm like, is it? It's competitive for me.
Yeah.
But,
and it's
life is just a game.
It is. It's never. Life's just like full of surprises. Yeah. It is.
Some people don't have that. Some people just are content to do it, and other people aren't.
Oh, I race against people that think they can win every single race, and as soon as they make one mistake, it's like, oh shit, I've gone off track. It's like, have you? I don't want to hear that, but then it's like, stop putting me off. I'm trying to concentrate on my own race and do everything that I want to do.
It'll be interesting, because like people swear and shout, and I do that on our sim as well, and Aimee shouts out.
I bet you do.
It's all about car. You can just hear the clash of the steering wheel and the pedals and things. Then all of a sudden, big fuck. Aimee, come on,
Lose all decorum.
But it'd be interesting to have microphones in all the race cars.
Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? It would be.
In Formula One, you know, where they can broadcast. I wonder how many fucks and swears you get for
Oh, there'd
Formula One.
probably be a lot. There'd be a lot.
When you have a half spin, when you whatever. So I think
It's
there's
like,
nothing wrong with that.
it's like the other day. I was racing around the nightlife for the other day, and I made a stupid mistake. And luckily, my headset was on mute, so no one in the chat party could hear me. But I almost went, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And it's like I'm getting looked off the other half. She's like, "What's the matter?" I'm like, "I've just made a stupid mistake because I was trying to catch the guy in front." But she's like, "Oh yeah, but you're fine. You know, don't worry about it." I'm just like, "Yeah, but you don't
No.
understand the logic
Oh,
I'm
especially
going
a
through."
track like that, you've just made the whole way round. I mean, how long did you do that in? So especially it's like the last corner. Like if you're doing the Silverstone, that's the most annoying thing when you've made it the whole fucking way round and you're up on the Delta, and
Yeah.
then you make one stupid fucking mistake.
I
And
was,
that's
I was, I was
and
two
you can't
corners from, I was
well.
2 corners from catching him. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I've done it a few times, and yeah, I've even commentated on a few online races that I used to do, and I
Oh.
forgot I was still airing that I was live on the stream, and I got so wound up about people's driving standards and kicking off at each other. I just went, oh, for fuck's sake, and I forgot, and I got told, just remember, you are professional. You've got to be
Oh, no.
professional. I was like, oh, for
You
no.
back? Ask to come back.
Well, you've been paid to do it.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
back and do it. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm sure it
I've
will.
never given up. You know,
No.
I've done it for too many years, but I'm taking a season out though, so we'll see what
So,
happens.
Andy, are you going to be at Brands Hatch for the Super Touring weekend
I'd love
at
to be.
end of
I'd
June?
love to be. You never know.
But
It all depends on work commitments.
How about
yeah,
the mini festival at the beginning of August?
Oh, that might be tempting. I
Over.
might be just down there for a whole month. We'll see what happens.
yeah. Well, we're up there. I won't have the Super Tour up there, but I think I'll be driving somebody else's, either in a race or a demo.
Mhm.
But I'm taking my Computer Vision Group A Metro Turbo up there. But this is only a few days after we get back from the Peking to Paris Rally, so I'm not making too many plans in case we're late in getting back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Divert
I
to
don't blame
Gaza
you.
or
Or
get lost in Ukraine.
caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that'll be fun. But the mini festival at Brands, if anyone is thinking about that, that'll be a good weekend. It's also a great spectator track.
Yeah, we're going to share that. Well, I've decided we're not going to share. There's a mini festival with a Appendix K mini race, and it's 2 races, 2 half-hour races. And I put my name down with you, but I've decided you're going to do the whole race, both the races. Yeah.
You're just on a world
Not
exclusive there. You know, your strategy.
Yeah.
Can't show up on the
Yeah.
home track.
So yeah, that would be good. You got to beat Nick Swift.
Oh,
Got that?
oh, a girl can dream. Yeah, I mean that would be an ideal, but it'll be a great race. I mean that'll be a
Yeah.
fantastic weekend.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked you about what's your favourite track to watch from, because I think, you know, Brands Hatch Indy, I think I'm a bit biased because it's the home track. I love it, but it's the best spectator track because you can see the whole race.
Yeah,
You know,
of course, yeah.
that's great for it too. But you've got the entire track laid out, so it's a really fun. Everyone gets so involved in the race. I think.
Yeah,
I
Silver
think
flat. So you don't see. Actually, if you're down by the wing on the Grand Prix circuit, you can see quite a lot from there. But not.
But they also
It's not like Brands Hatch or Snetterton.
But you have to pay
Alton Park. You don't see a lot, do you? You only see
no,
about a
you
quarter.
don't know. You see briefly quite. You see,
If you're on the outside of Cascades, you can see them coming down into Cascades, off towards Ireland, and then back towards the last. What's the chicane called?
Knickerbrook.
Fogarty's. Is that Fogarty's?
Yeah, I think that's Knickerbrook. Yeah, going into
Yeah,
Knickerbrook
the
and then
first chicane Fogarty's, isn't it?
Donington's Foggies, Essies. But yeah, it's kind of weird because when I go spectating at Croft, you only got if you've only got like Clairvaux, Hawthorne, bit of the chicane, then you don't see them. But if you're very high up on the banking at Hawthorne, you can see them at the back. And I find it kind of, it's no disrespect to Croft. I think it's a great track because it's the local one to us. But because I'm an hour and a half way to Croft, so I can get there. But if you can't see them go up towards, you can see them go towards Tower, but you can't stand at Tower or like Sunny in, Sunny out, or the Jim Clark S season. I think it's very restricting, shall we say, but it is what it is.
Well, you can see half the track if you stand on the back, because I watch Aimee there, and sunny out, then you got a straight, and the inside of the next left.
Maybe
Yeah.
just sunny out.
Sunny at the down the bottom. A right.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
And then
The double
that's
A
straight.
right, isn't it?
And on the, you can see all that there. I'm learning the best. I've never spectated at these circuits. I've always raced at them, but with Aimee racing, me and Wilbur's dad, the other car we run, me and Wilbur's dad, Mark, we go and find somewhere to watch.
Shout out the other cars.
Not like the 61s where you have to be in the pits for a pit stop for the driver change or refueling.
Take a wing spring out.
If you have to go into the pits in a
Mercury,
short race like that's the end of the race anyhow. So
But
we go off and watch and criticise.
But you can, because those circuits are so much nicer. The Silverstone, I was walking around trying to watch them racing from there. Everywhere is hoarded up. You have to pay to see anything. If you're not in the paddock as a driver, like, I wonder where spectators can really see from. Like, if you're not going into the paddock, everything's hoarded, unless at Silverstone, and you have to go into the Hilton's amazing. If have you go up there, that's even just to have a coffee in the morning. It's pretty cool, but they've blocked off every view. There's a bit sort of like the little version of the Monaco Grand Prix. You just can't see anything unless you've paid to be there. But there's plenty of other circuits around the UK that don't do that. Goodwood is.
Goodwood's fabulous. I went there last year.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't there like for a race meeting. I was actually down in Brighton for a week's holiday with me and my other half, and we met up with a lad I used to race online with, and he lives down in Chichester, and he took us there for lunch. I was like, this is so cool. I've raced around it, I've commentated around it.
Now you're there.
What next? It's like I'm actually somewhere where the historic festival, and you're not far from the Festival of Speed, and it's like, this is a proper dream come true where I've never seen it before, apart from virtually. It's like, wow.
That's a great circuit. Good circuit.
You must go down there. It's especially to the revival. I'd recommend that to anyone. I actually brought a friend down there, who's not remotely into motorsport, and they have the best time. You don't have to be into cars to love the Goodwood revival. It's like the funnest event of the calendar. But the racing's unbelievable as well. Like, you've got these old Bugattis. Like, that's properly when men are men, isn't it? When you have these Bugattis with no roll cage, no seat belts, like absolutely herring it into the chicane, and
They don't sit in the cars; they sit on the cars.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And the whole idea, the safety bit of it, is
being launched,
falling out when it rolls. If you're thrown clear,
I will imagine that.
no, that's wrong. If you haven't got a roll cage, you can't have a seatbelt because you'll be trapped in. So
yeah, of course, yeah.
But they race. They're meant to be sort of like demonstration races, but they're not. They're going for it.
They're doing over 100 miles an hour down the straights, and they're 1920s cars, and they literally are sitting on top of them, bouncing about, narrow tires. They're intermingling wheels.
It's a good weekend.
It's
the
good.
Good revival.
What was that called? It's like the Edwardian cars.
I can't remember what it's. I've seen it on YouTube, and I can't remember what it's called for the life of me.
The Mad Jack series. Mad Jack. I don't know who's that after, but the Mad Jack series. I wouldn't race one of those. I certainly wouldn't let Aimee drive a car without seatbelts and a roll cage.
I mean, the Caterham got remotely strapped in.
The Caterham is safe. I've seen some massive crashes, and we bought a Caterham the other day for testing.
Oh, okay.
They have seatbelts. So I think the belts are designed for a man at least like 4 times my size. So there's this like slack.
Get bigger tits.
Please, I've been asking for these.
I'll tell you what, my battery's about to go flat.
Yeah.
I've been watching it tick down to 4%, 2%. And it's coming up to 9 o'clock. I've got to go and help my nephew.
No, you crack on, because I said I'd only have you for an hour, didn't I? So you know, hats off to you guys for coming on.
It's great talking to you. We'll do it again. Or you probably want her by herself next time.
I don't mind the two of you. I'm quite happy to have the two of you.
Well, we just sort of like rambled on. Is there anything you actually specifically wanted to?
No, I was quite interested just listening to you guys, really.
Well, welcome to entertain. But no, it's really nice chatting. That was fun. Happy?
Well, follow Aimee
T-shirt
on the Masters.
Aimee Watts Racing.
Aimee Watts Racing. Pam _ Patrick _ Peking #2 Paris. I'd like to do that. And I've got Patrick Watts Racing Facebook. A lot of people are on that already, and Instagram. Yeah, I posted something the other day about the Metro Turbo, which everybody liked. I did a little walk around filming it all by myself. Yeah, one take, no editing, because I don't know how to edit. I will learn. I'll learn. I realise this is.
Get there. I don't know how to edit my vlogs, so I get my brother to do them. But you know,
If you discovered social media, like I think you had a rate of about 9 in 10 of his posts were like taken down by Instagram or Facebook within the first 5 minutes of being offensive or something just completely controversial, and you thrive on it. So it's so scary when you say, "Oh, I'm making an Instagram post. Oh, I'm just posting."
Well, I put a funny one on there of and there have to be a woman on it with a nipple showing.
someone took offence to it. Yeah,
taken down by the Facebook police.
God, they always do, don't they?
No, sorry. He took a half-naked woman with a sex bunny outfit on and said, "I couldn't find a picture of my wife, but this is close enough. Happy anniversary, darling."
I saw that the other day, and then I realised it disappeared. I was like,
okay. So,
and then it was gone.
But I don't know why they stopped you. Censorship.
It was an algorithm.
It's an algorithm
that looks out for nipples.
well,
it doesn't look out for terrorists with guns, but it looks out for nipples.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Strange world is social media.
On that note,
we'll let you go. Well, thank you for coming on, guys.
Thanks,
and we'll catch you very soon.
Thank you, everybody.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
I don't know how to end it.
How do we go?
How do we end it?
Just press. I'll quit you out if you want.
Okay. Bye.
See you in a bit. There we go, guys. Did we enjoy that? Because I did. Hello, Daniel Hawley. It is from eBay, my friend. But yes, guys, Patrick and Aimee Watts have joined us this evening. Many thanks to them, guys. You know what? I've really enjoyed it. I can't thank them enough. I've really, you know, just to sit and listen. I don't know how to feel. I feel really speechless right now because it's been absolutely fantastic. And I do apologise if we didn't see any of your questions. But if you're new around here and you've not followed Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs or you've not liked the page, please do, because we've got more interviews like that coming very soon. I'm going to be probably staying for a bit longer because, you know, just to wind up or to wind down, should I say, rather. Gotta get a bit of my West Midlands twang out. But guys, I'm really glad you've enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed doing the live interview. You know, hats off to Patrick and Aimee for giving their time. If you guys are still watching, I do have some stickers, so I will, you know, potentially as a gift, send you guys 2 stickers out because, you know, for coming on as great guests. I am absolutely speechless. You know, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's been one of the best today, you know. But if you are new around here, please do like and follow Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs on our socials. But obviously, you know, follow Patrick and Aimee's rating. You know, I'm going to obviously follow Patrick's Instagram when he's doing the rally in China. But you know, what a great interview. What a great way to start the week of live videos as well. You know, I'm really hyped. It went to plan. I thought we were going to have technical issues, but no, it's been really, really great. I'm over the moon tonight. Really couldn't ask for more. You know, it's really unreal. But I'm going to go very soon. But while I'm here, just bear with me one sec, guys. But if there's anything else you want to ask me, or any questions, or anything, just while I'm here, because I will stay till about 9:30 just to wind down and just to catch up with the community, really. I'm glad people have enjoyed it. If you've really liked it, I will upload it to YouTube. You know, I don't know what it is, but I feel, you know, a bit. It is a lot. Aimee Watts has joined. I was gonna like, you know, I feel like everything tonight has just gone very well. You know, when I was seeing the views like shoot up to like 11, maybe 12, it's like wow. And then I was seeing loads of people, you know, joining in. If you are new and you've followed from Aimee and of course Patrick, please do like my page. It does help me massively. And obviously, if you're not like their stuff, go and like their stuff as well, because I appreciate it. Did anyone watch the TikTok lives from BTCC weekend? Tracy, hello. Hello, Daryl. Hello, Ali. Hello, everyone that's joined. I do apologise that I didn't say hello to everyone prior to tonight's live video, because I want to get the guests, should I say, on before we had any issues. I didn't see any TikTok lives over the weekend. No, I didn't. BTCC review from Donington Park from this weekend just gone is going to be on Monday next week. I'm giving everyone a week to catch up if they've not seen it. Friday I don't know what I'm doing Friday as a live video, but I do have the 5-sticker giveaway. So if you've not entered the 5-sticker giveaway, go and enter it, because you know I've got about 6 people at the moment, and maybe 7 people have entered it. But please do. No bother, Aimee. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Thank you for coming on. You know, and thank your dad for coming on as well. I'm looking, like you say, looking forward to seeing my page grow. Well, that means a lot. You know, I do this for fun. I don't do it for my job. I wish I did, but you know, it's been an absolute honour to have you and your dad on this evening. Can't thank you enough. Really, really can't. I'm over the moon how things. And someone said there was 15 people watching us at one point. Gee, oh my days. This gets bigger and better. If I'm starstruck, I'm sorry, but you guys have helped me. The community have helped me this evening. I'm over the moon. Really, really over the moon. But yeah, I'll gladly have you guys on again. I really will. I'm quite happy to have everyone on. But you know, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to take my phone off charge just for a bit so I can hold it. But really, really enjoyed tonight. I don't I don't know what else to say, because I'm still buzzed. It's a good job I'm off work tomorrow, so I can have a bit of a calm down and realise exactly what's happened. But you know, I'm very grateful for everyone being part of the live video this evening. Like I say, if I've missed any questions or we've missed any questions, then we do apologise. But you know, I've really, top of my heart, I really enjoyed tonight. I think tonight has been argumentably probably, you know, one of the best out there. You know, to see everyone actually enjoying it and jumping in with the live videos, you know, or jumping in and watching and listening to what Patrick and Aimee have had to say. You know, I can't believe how mad it's gone. You know, as I say, if you're new around here, please do like and follow my page, because you know there's more great interviews to come. You know, we've got loads of things to look forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Bank holiday Monday, even though it's a BTC btcc review, I am trying to get, and most people are probably thinking, who are you trying to get? I'm trying to get my pal Mr. Rowbottom to come on, but I've not heard anything yet. I might try again tomorrow and see if Dan will come on, because I would love that. However, it is Brands Hatch week next week, so I may have to do without, but you never know. But as I say, it's just been an absolute awe tonight. You know, to see the guests, well, to see many people. You know that like 8 people are still here. The numbers keep creeping up. You know, I do apologise if I've not reacted to everyone's comments. You know, I'm really, really made up for this evening. I'd just like to personally thank everyone in the community for being here. You know, I advertised it, 24 hours in advance, then I advertised it this morning. I can't believe how well tonight has gone. You know, with the content, and yes, I was rocking the Peugeot 406 green and gold livery with his race number on. I thought, that would give it a special touch. That's why I did it, and hey presto, I don't know what more I can say. But you guys have helped me, throughout this evening. Like I say, probably 15 people watching overall. Really quite happy with that. I'm quite happy how it's gone. What more can I say? I'm kind of speechless at the moment. Obviously, Friday is probably going to be catching up with you guys, catching up with the community. I'm looking forward to literally, getting this, getting this, you know, getting my page, the vlog page, and the community to how I want it before the 5-year anniversary. The 5-year anniversary is going to feature this, for a long time. I don't know what else I can say, but what else does anyone want to know? I do apologise if you see my legs. I'm actually sat on the floor yet again, so my legs have gone to sleep. I'm going to have to wake them up in a bit to get a walk, but, how did we enjoy the live video, guys? Did we enjoy it? Or, what did we like about it? Let me know in the comments. Did we enjoy the live video? Was there anything you could have saw better? Or, let me know. I'm all for it. I'm happy to, talk until about 9:30 because I'm going to wind down. But if you are new around here, I'm just going to double check. But, I need a stretch. But I've enjoyed tonight. You guys have helped me through it. The community members, I can't believe how well tonight's gone, really. To be honest, I want to cry happy tears because, it's been an absolute honour to have someone that raced in btcc, obviously does, the odd classic racing and the odd rallying, and obviously, of course, Aimee that does Master MX-5s, to hear different levels of motorsport from a father and daughter. What more do you want? It's like this was the first guest I had since January, because the last guest I had was Simon Hill, and that was way back in January, and I've struggled ever since to get a guest. But tonight it's just been overwhelming. I'm really speechless at the moment, and it's hats off to you guys for being here. Like I say to everyone in the community, if you weren't here, I wouldn't be doing this. I would really struggle, but we've proved a point. I've enjoyed it. It's been a laugh. I do apologise. There's been some swearing, but it's what it is, and I don't mind. We've had a bit of a laugh. We've had a bit of banter. We've heard about their racing. It makes a change when people then start asking me questions. Do I own a car? What racetracks have I been to? What tracks do I like? You know, if I ever raced. When people ask me other questions as well as me just listening to them and asking them stuff, it makes me feel better because then I can tell them stuff as well. And you guys get a bit more of a background. So, what do you guys want to see in the next couple of weeks? May the 20th, make a note of this, guys. Make a note. May the 20th, which is a Monday, June's live video schedule is going to be out. There will be a few of you at random that will get the schedule early, but whatever you do not leak it onto the